Hey y'all, NBA Ben 10 has been confirmed to be paralyzed. Houston or Harris County authorities confirmed that he'll never walk again, no pun intended. And JR has gotten another charge, a state charge, and he has been charged with assault causing severe brain or spinal damage, which is irreversible, right? So basically saying that it's irreversible, and that's what permanent damage, and that the NBA Ben 10, one of the victims, the other guy got his finger blown off. So NBA Ben 10 is the one who has the permanent damage that's irreversible, and they're saying that he may not ever walk again. Um, this whole thing is terrible, y'all. I know everybody's saying Ben 10, he said he's a stepper. He said he need to be moved to a state. I saw that video. But that guy was speaking from a lost mind at 24 years old. I mean, everybody deserves to be able to get their walk of redemption and be able to change and grow into an old man. And we want to be able to give the guy that, right? All right, but I'm gonna cut this video short. I'm gonna make a
Things have now gone from bad to way worse for All-Star JR. If you guys don't know, All-Star JR has been hit with new charges where he's now facing life behind bars. All-Star JR originally was picked up a few weeks ago by the feds for the shooting that happened at a Houston restaurant that goes by the name of Confessions, where All-Star JR got into a back and forth with another individual that goes by the name of Ben 10 and his goons, where Ben 10's goons later on allegedly went on to rob All-Star JR for his rollie and other jewelry. One of these individuals in the whole mix ends up dropping their steal, and that boy All-Star JR ends up picking it up and started busting back. And everybody was in the comment section while I was saying that this was not looking good for All-Star JR when I first saw this. Everybody was just screaming self-defense, self-defense. Well, come to find out now, after the feds originally picked up All-Star JR and hit him with a felon in possession of a weapon, which that trial was set for some time next month, now it looks like that day will possibly be pushed back because he's getting hit with new charges, which is aggravated assault causing traumatic brain or spine injury, which carries up to 100 years in prison, basically life behind bars. And to all you guys screaming self-defense, I guess it's not self-defense. Where All-Star JR is seen over Ben 10 with the steal, trying to hit him with that last shot, but he had ran out of slugs. And man, listen, it's not looking good for All-Star JR. It seems like the prosecution got all the proof they need, as this restaurant Confessions gave them all the 4K footage. Meanwhile, Ben 10 is still seen on a wheelchair, and from what I'm hearing, he probably won't be able to walk again. But All-Star JR also has to take some fault for all of this, man, because after he did what he did, he went on to drop a video. He went on to drop the Ben 10 challenge. He was out here doing a little bit too much, man. And for somebody that's life was in danger and claiming that they had to do what they had to do for self-defense, he was clearly out here showing that what he did in that restaurant was more than just self-defense. Things have now...
Damn, now that's crazy. That is crazy news. Which I seen this from the far. When he stood over Ben 10, I said that's aggressive. That's aggressive. Now, was he in the right state of mind? Probably not. I mean, he's trying to fend for his life. But I call it overkill. To me, he did an overkill, meaning that the person was already down. The person didn't have no weapon beside him. You took his weapon, allegedly, supposedly, and you still came back and you wanted to finish him off. Now it's funny how God worked, right? Because if he would have had one more slug, let's just say he would have had 2 more bullets in that gun. 3. Let's just do 3. 3, that's the number. He would have finished Ben 10. Now that would have been if they're going to run it, because it's still part of self-defense, but at the same time, I believe that he overstepped his boundary with the self-defense. That's why they charge him with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And the fact that he's a felon, that don't make it, it's like you get less rights, right? Less rights, the fact that you're a felon. But if he would have had any more bullets in that gun, Ben 10 would have been more than just paralyzed. He would have been dead, and then he would have been facing All-Star JR would have been facing some form of murder. That's just my thoughts on it. He would have been facing some form of some sense of murder, which to me is like he had no choice. You had to defend yourself. You defending yourself made you turn into someone you basically blacked out. But the laws don't care about you blacking out. And then you went online to go drag the situation even more by doing videos and trying to go up off of what took place. And to me, he definitely went up off what took place, but he also put a target on his back from a state point of view, from the federal point of view, letting him know, hey, you can't just be doing this, even if you was self-defense and you was shifty in the situation. You can't mock the situation because that make us look like, hey, anybody else could do it. Get what I'm saying? So that's where I think he messed up at. But at the end of the day, he's still alive. All parties are still alive. He wasn't the aggressor in the situation, but he turned aggressive in that situation. And I want to know, this is what's mind-boggling to me. Why isn't Ben 10 arrested? Why isn't anybody else from that camp arrested? Only person arrested is the person that they allegedly jumped. Something just ain't right with that one. Something ain't right at all.
So All-Star JR is officially charged for the shooting of NBA Ben 10. Now, not only did he admit to the shooting to 12 them, but also there was a prognosis that NBA Ben 10 has a irreversible paralysis. Now, prognosis means like a prediction, right? They predicted the outcome of the disease or medical condition. And the prediction right now is that NBA Ben 10, his paralysis or paralyzed legs is irreversible. Let's get to the story. It says rapper NBA Ben 10 has irreversible paralysis after Upper Kirby restaurant shooting as Michigan rapper faces a new charge. A rapper already under federal indictment in connection to a shooting at an Upper Kirby restaurant is now facing state charges related to the barrage of gunfire that injured another rapper. Jeremy Christopher Ford, a 36-year-old rapper from Michigan, also known as All-Star JR, is now charged with aggravated assault causing a traumatic brain or spine injury. Now, spine injury, obviously, that's from Ben 10, according to Harris County court records. So that means that NBA Ben 10 legs, it's not even just his legs that's injured, it's his actual spine. And the spine is why they're pretty much saying that it's possibly irreversible paralysis, right? So it continues and it says, according to federal records, surveillance video shows a fight inside the restaurant, possibly involving a necklace and a watch. Ford is accused of shooting Ben Fields, also known as rapper NBA Ben 10, during a fight at Confessions restaurant in the Upper Kirby neighborhood early April. A gun fell to the floor, investigators said, which Ford allegedly picked up and began firing, hitting 3 people. Houston police investigators said that initial shots appeared to hit Fields. Ford allegedly continued firing the gun before he went over to Fields and fired 3 more rounds at him from close range. The gun then appeared to run out of bullets, according.
And that's where he messed up at right there. That's exactly where he messed up at, the overkill kill. He shouldn't have overkilled in that situation. He should have definitely got them up off of him. He did the right thing by getting up off of him. But at the same time, that overkill, that passion, that y'all got me messed up, that entertaining side, that I can go up off of this one. That's, to me, that's what's really the problem. That's what's really the problem. And he probably didn't cooperate with the police officer at that too. Because I'm sure they asked him, hey, well, can you admit that they did this, they did that, so we could do a sweep on the whole situation? He probably ain't even going to admit nothing. It's like, well, how the hell would I admit? Only thing you got to do is look at the camera. Ain't that admitting enough? I mean, what you got cameras for? Why am I talking? Hell, in fact, that's what I got a lawyer for. Ask him.
Because according to the police, Ben 10 told on Allstar JR. Don't believe me? Well, let's just check the news. Roll it. Rapper Ben 10 has irreversible paralysis after Upper Kirby restaurant shooting as Michigan rapper faces new charge. Jeremy Ford, also known as rapper Allstar JR, allegedly confessed to shooting. They had to make sure they put that in there. Houston. A rapper already under federal indictment in connection to a shooting at an Upper Kirby restaurant is now facing state charges related to the barrage of gunfire that injured another rapper, Jeremy Christopher Ford, a 36-year-old rapper from Michigan, also known as Allstar JR, not Allstar J like a lot of people keep on saying, is now charged with aggravated assault causing a traumatic brain or spine injury, according to Harris County court records. Ford is accused of shooting Ben Fields, also known as rapper NBA Ben 10, during a fight at Confessions restaurant in the Upper Kirby neighborhood in early April. According to federal court records, surveillance video footage showed a fight inside of the restaurant, possibly involving a necklace and watch. A gun fell to the floor, investigators said, which Ford allegedly picked up and began firing, hitting 3 people. Got to get past that part pretty quick, because if I don't, then, YouTube going to do what they do. Houston police investigators said after the initial shots appeared to hit Fields, Ford allegedly continued firing the gun before he went over to Fields and fired 3 more rounds at him from close range. The gun then appeared to run out of bullets, according to investigators, but Ford tried to fire for complainant Fields. Whoa. You snitched. Based on the extent of injuries, the prognosis for complainant Fields is that he will have irreversible paralysis of his lower extremities, investigators wrote in state court records. After the shooting, federal court records indicate Ford hit the gun behind the hostess stand and took off in an Escalade. After his arrest, Houston police interviewed Ford, who allegedly confessed to the shooting at Confessions, according to records. During a federal court hearing last week, records indicate a federal magistrate judge in Houston ordered Ford to be held in custody. It is not clear when he could appear in Harris County courts on the new aggravated assault charge. So you talk to the police too? Because according to the...
So the thing will be, Ben 10, is he telling? Is Ben 10 hot as hell? Because I want to know why he ain't arrested. Why ain't nobody arrested but Allstar JR? Leave y'all thoughts down below. Let me know what y'all think. Another episode of the Gossip Galore News. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me get to 10,000 subs real quick. Monetize my channel real quick. I've been doing well on this page, well on this channel. I'm halfway there as far as monetization. I told myself and given myself about 2-3 months in order to get monetized, and that's what's going to happen. We out.